Now, one of my favorite movies in Bollywood of all time have to be Dil Chahta Hai, because that movie inscribed a feeling of brotherhood and friendship that went on for generations. However, if you watch that movie maybe once again, you'll notice that the road trip that they do in their car is this, the SLR 129. Now, the SL series of Mercedes has been quite popular over the years, spanning over 7 decades. But if you've been wanting to get a hand on the SL in India, well, you couldn't, because the 6th generation did not come. However, Mercedes-Benz is set to change that, because they are bringing the 7th generation of the SL to India, which has been launched today. So, on that note, here are 5 things you need to know about the car. Well, we have to start off with the design of the car, and as you can see, it's classic SL design. What I mean by that is short overhangs, a long bonnet with muscular chisel lines, and of course, open top motoring. That is what the SL series has always been all about. At the back, of course, the highlight is this active rear spoiler, which is meant to add performance. We'll get to that in a bit. Now, keep in mind, the wheels that you see on this car, they are 20-inch wheels, but you can spec it up with 21-inch wheels if you go for the optional accessory. Adding to that sporty credentials is the fact that you have a huge diffuser at the back for better aerodynamics, and of course a quad exhaust setup. Now, does that not look nice?
The SL is now substantially larger too, as it is wider, taller and longer as well.
All in all, this car in person feels low slung, sporty, and feels like it is going very fast even when it is standing still. Now, since this is an AMG, we have to talk about performance. But while it has all that performance and while we'll get to the numbers, what I want to mention is a rather good addition. You see, Mercedes has fitted the car with a nose lift system. So with the push of a button, the nose will go up by about 30 millimeters, which will give you a little bit of a confidence at least to tackle those bad patches of roads and those speed breakers.
It is powered by a 4-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that makes 476 horsepower and a massive 700 Nm of torque. This comes mated to a 9-speed automatic gearbox. Interestingly, this is the first time that the SL has been fitted with a 4-wheel drive system and a 4-wheel steering as well.
Now, the highlight of the story, of course, is the fact that this is a convertible. But interestingly, with the 7th generation, Mercedes-Benz has gone back to a soft top roof setup. And in this particular scenario, it will go all the way up, all the way back in a matter of 15 seconds each. And that can be done at up to speeds of 60 kilometers an hour.
The fabric roof can be had in 3 color options, which are black, dark red and grey. The car, on the other hand, comes in a total of 8 color options.
Well, now let's talk about the interiors. But before I get into the details, what I want to mention is that this is not the only drop-top AMG that you can buy in India, because remember, the E53 Cabriolet is also on sale in India, the review of which is actually live on the AutoX YouTube channel where you are already. Make sure you check that out, because I had a lot of fun driving that car. But coming back to the SL55 AMG, of course it's more expensive, but it's really apparent the moment you sit in because of the interiors. The layout is of a modern Mercedes car. So what you have is this vertical touchscreen infotainment system, which in the case of the SL55 has been positioned in a manner that it feels like it stood up in the middle. Now remember, this can be adjusted for different tilt angles to help you not have glare on the screen, which I believe is a really nice touch. Speaking of the dash design, well, you also get the familiar turbine-like AC vents up here, which also come with their own ambient lighting colors. It looks really good and it makes the car stand out. The build quality and everything, of course, is top notch. You get this really nice stitching across the dashboard, which looks fantastic. And speaking of the amount of space on offer, well, I've set the seat as per my height, and for reference I'm 5'10". I'm sitting snug, and you can see behind me, well, there's not a lot of space. I mean, unless you want to chop your legs off, I don't think you'll be very comfortable here. So it's best for kids is what I would say. Other than that, what's also impressive are these dials in the middle, which are meant to change your driving modes. Of course, this car comes with a lot of driving modes. You've got wireless charging, and you can also opt for these sporty seats inside your SL55.
You can really go to town with the customization of the SL55's interior, as there are a total of 5 interior upholstery options to choose from, 2 interior trims to select, which are aluminium or carbon fiber, and lastly, 2 seat options to choose from as well.
All in all, it's a modern Mercedes experience, and it tells you why this car costs as much as it costs. And finally, the price. Well, this has been launched in India at a starting price of only 2.35 crore rupees ex-showroom. But remember, when you will go to buy this car, you will end up speccing it with some nice optional accessories, of course, to spice it up and get that sports car feeling. And you will realize that the price will actually go up. And with the taxes and everything, you will realize that this is actually a pretty expensive car. However, what it brings with itself is open top motoring, the joy that it comes with it. And because of it, it really is one of the very few cars that gives that to you. And hence, the price is really just a number.